Hello there. Welcome to Vlogmas. I'm just going to clear that. There we go. Okay, hello, welcome to Vlogmas. And it's the Christmas alphabet we're doing every day, but I am going to continue and go up to the 31st of December. So make sure you tune in every day after Christmas. And we are on day 17 and we are on the letter Q. Nice hat. What hat? I've changed the hat for today. I thought I'd have a change. Keep watching. You never know what's going to be happening here. Is it a bit Christmassy? Yes, I think so. So we have Steve and Tina Jewell with us today. Don't forget, before I say the answers for today, what do you think I'm going to talk about for the letter Q? So Christmas words associated with Christmas, beginning with Q. We have Two Doves, Bees and Gardens. They've already guessed. We've got a guess from John and a guess from Sarah. So I'll be talking about those in a minute and see if anyone got it right today. There can't be that many words with Q, can there? Can there for Christmas? I wonder if you can think of any at all. So yes, we're going to be talking about that today. And if you missed it yesterday, I did share with you pictures of Two Doves, Bees and Gardens Christmas tree. If you want to send me an email of your Christmas tree, then I will show it over Christmas. So have a look at that. If you haven't got my email, just drop me a comment and I'll drop the email because I forgot to put it in the credits. So if you haven't got my email, then just drop me a comment, say what's your email, and I'm quite happy putting it up. Okay, so this is John and Sarah's Christmas tree. I love that bauble. I love blue anyway. I think it's a lovely colour. So there is their Christmas tree with their Two Doves bauble. And also they have, let's move that one. And there is doves. They have doves on their Christmas tree. They are so beautiful. So thank you so much for sharing those. Let me just get rid of those. Oh, I'm going to have so much clutter down here. There we go. Yes, they're very nice. The blue baubles, my favourite for sure. Okay, so let's see. Guesses. What did you all guess? Let me see. Let me just get my little list. Okay, so Sarah guessed for the letter Q, quest, the quest for the wise men going to see the birth of Jesus. That was a brilliant thought. John, of course, guessed quilt. We all know where John would like to be. John guessed quilts. And Mike guessed, I only had 3 guesses today. Mike guessed, is another good one, queues. Queuing up for things at Christmas. Mind you, how many of you do real shopping? How many of you do online? I've never shopped online, never ever. Steve and Tina have got a guess in. Good, just in time. Queen. Queen, as in the Queen's speech. That is something. Now, that is something I did think about doing, so you're going to get an extra point because it was on my list of something I might do, but I decided not to because now it's the King anyway. But I do have a little bit of info about the Queen's speech. because also you could have had Q for quiz. Q for quiz. So I thought I'll do you a little quiz about the Queen's speech. Now, if you know, it was whether it was kings or queens, it was always on the radio. The Queen does a speech. I think it's 3 o'clock, if I remember rightly, and every Christmas Day. It's supposed to be live, but it never is anymore. But it used to be live, the Queen's speech. And then it went on to television. When television was popular, I'm going to say Queen's speech. The Queen's speech went on to television. But then in 1963, the Queen's speech, that's the Queen that we just had, the Queen's speech went back for 1 year only in 1963 to being on the radio. Can you tell me why? And that is the quiz for today. Why in 1963 did the Queen's speech not get shown on television, but just for that 1 year went back to being on radio? Oh, John's saying I was a bit chilly yesterday. That's why he thought about quilts. That's why he thought about quilts. Oh dear. Bad winter. Bad winter. Oh, was that why the Queen's speech was on the... That's your answer. No, it wasn't to do with weather, and it wasn't anything to do with broadcasting problems, or it wasn't a problem with broadcasting. Not enough TVs. We've been on TV. I don't know what year it went on TV, but it'd been on TV for quite a few years. But for that 1 year, it reverted back to radio. Nothing to do with strikes or broadcasting. It was a decision made that, this year, Queenie, you're going to do it on the radio, not on television. I don't think that was her choice. No, it wasn't her choice. There's a fun fact. So I've done quiz, Queen's speech, so extra points for Steve and Tina for that, for getting that right. Of course, points for all those who guessed and commented. You could also have said something I am doing today as well is a Q&A. I'm going to be asking you some Christmas questions. But first, let's find out what I'm doing for the real letter Q, what I chose. And this might tell you. That cat gets everywhere. He keeps popping up at the end of some of these little clips. I think Kit is watching the birdies. So it's quails, and it's a delicacy at some countries to have quail eggs at Christmas time. Or in Cyprus, we often have roast quail or roast pheasant. Of course, we could have had quill for Q today, the quill of the pheasants. So it's about what meats you eat at Christmas. Now, I live in a nature reserve area, so there's no hunting right where I live, but in the surrounding rural areas you can hunt. In Cyprus, they hunt, and the reason hunting is allowed around this time of year is it is so that all Cypriots, no matter how much money they have or have not got, all have equal chance of getting meat free for Christmas. So, as I say, it can be pheasants and quails. We have lots of those round here. See them all the time crossing the road with their little babies. But as I said the other day, we don't have just one meat. So some countries have, say, turkey or goose. Goose used to be the original meat for Christmas in England, but then it changed to turkey, so it was much cheaper. But we don't have one. We have tables set out of 5 different meats. Now, they can be any 5, but they would normally contain at least one bird of either the pheasant or the quail, because there's so many of those around. You could have goat meat here. You could have turkey, although it was very hard to come by. So unless you raise your own turkey, you didn't used to be able to buy turkeys here till only a few years ago. You could go and get like a turkey, order turkey. When we first came out here, you couldn't get such a thing. We don't have goose out here. What else do they have as their meat? They don't. Lamb sometimes. You could have lamb. You could have lamb as well. So that was really what I was going to show you today. I thought I'd choose quail for my letter Q, but as I say, I've also got some Q&A. But first of all, let me answer the question about the Queen's speech. Why in 1963 did it revert back from being on TV for just that 1 year? It went back to being on the radio. And the answer is the Queen was heavily pregnant at that point. So they decided that they would not show the Queen pregnant, heavily pregnant, on the Queen's speech. And that is the answer. That's a good Christmas quiz question. Two Dove says, I've seen some people have ham for Christmas. Yes, ham. Quite a lot of people have ham. I'm not a great lover of ham. We actually have chicken. Me and Mike have chicken. The reason for that is, as I say, when we first came out here, we couldn't get turkey. And then in harder times here, chicken is a lot cheaper. So we had that, but we do everything with it. So we have all the trimmings with it, but we have chicken. And Mike prefers chicken to turkey anyway. He finds turkey a little bit more tough. That's not quite the right word, but not as moist, basically. Okay, so Christmas Q&A. I've got some questions. Hey, Susan! She's actually on a live chat. Hello, Susan. Susan comments so much to me. And yes, there we go with the emojis. I always have a little laugh with Susan. It's nice to speak to you, Susan. She always puts emojis after my shorts, and we have quite a laugh over what she puts for the emojis. And one time I think it was walking with lots of sheep or something, and she did lots of sheep. So Susan, it's lovely to see you. Well, see you on the chat live. So thank you for all your support to my channel, as indeed everyone, but Susan's always there with the comments. Two Dove says, Sarah makes cinnamon rolls for breakfast and then we just snack for the rest of the day. That's nice. That's a good thing to do. Mike's got cinnamon rolls for me after this. He's bought cinnamon rolls. Oh, okay, so Q&A. If you want to answer these, then do answer them. The first question is, what is your favourite Christmas present you've ever received? Oh, that's so hard. Favourite Christmas present you ever received? Well, I've mentioned before I love board games, and my mum would always, for either birthday or Christmas, normally because my birthday's December the 6th, so sometimes she'd get me one for birthday, but mostly she got it for Christmas, and then obviously we could all play it at Christmas. That was part of our Christmas day. After Christmas dinner, we'd play the board game. My poor dad was the one who had to sit and read all the rules. So just that, really, that I always love getting the board games. I'm guessing this is John. John says, I remember getting my first bike for Christmas as a kid. I was never allowed a bike, so I never got a bike. I think most children say at some point a bike is such a big thing, but I was never allowed to have a bike, so not that. As I say, my birthday's very near Christmas, so I can't tell you what were birthday presents and what were Christmas presents, but my doll's house, which you would have seen videos on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, I've shown tours because I still have it, my original doll's house from the 1960s, and I really loved my doll's house. That was probably my most favourite thing of all, so maybe I will say my doll's house, but it could have been a birthday present. I don't know, but overall I would say that. Next question is, what's the main present on your wish list that you never got? So something you always ask for. Oh, for me it was always puppy. We never had a dog. I always put puppy. I put a chopper bike. I knew I wasn't going to get it. Chopper bike. A bike. I always put a bike. I knew I'd never be allowed it, but I always put a bike. Always, and never got that. So yeah, a present you never got on your wish list. Don't think there's anything else. No. What's on your wish list this year? Well, nobody buys me presents, so I did talk about on a couple of vlogmases ago what I would ask for now if I was an adult like me, but I was at my mum's house, because then my mum would buy me presents, and I was saying how she'd be really pleased, because I don't think parents like it when the children are growing up and then they don't want toys and games and fun things anymore. But I would ask for now the Lego houses. I would ask for any of the Lego houses or the shops. I've really gone down a rabbit hole watching those on YouTube, all the different ones you could get. The village. I would ask for, Lego, any of the houses or shops, any of the little shops. I don't know what they call it. It's like the street. Steve says, next Christmas, fly away to the sun. Oh, Cyprus is calling. Cyprus is calling. Now, I've had my first YouTuber come. And that was Sammy. And I've also had viewers come. I've had viewers come, quite a few. But I had my first YouTuber come. That was Sammy, that I did a video on. And there's another episode of when she came, a part 3 that I'm putting out in December, because there was so much. I divided it up. A nice holiday. And Steve has literally just come back from a holiday, Steve and Tina. They went to Mexico for Tina's birthday. Two Doves says, one of our friends has a Christmas village that she sets up. It nearly takes a whole room in her house. I love model villages. Is that a thing in America? Do you know model villages? Like, you go to a place of interest, you can go to model villages and you can literally walk round them, and they're normally about this sort of high, the houses, and you walk round, they're outside, and there's always funny things happening in them. So you normally get, say, a butcher's shop and the dog's running away with sausages, that kind of thing. So if you haven't seen model villages, in England. It's a thing in England. I love model villages, and yeah, I'd like that. I'd like to collect like a whole village, but I think it's a waste to just have it Christmas, which is why I started collecting little dolls' houses, like just small ones. You must have seen my villages that I've got, and I've done all old-fashioned shops. There's like a tea rooms, an antique shop, an English old-fashioned pub, a little what would you call it? It's a shop, and they've got a few like dresses in, but it's trims and hats and craft stuff. So there's a shop there. There's a general store, but that is, as I say, it's all old-fashioned. It's Victorian, so it's all old-fashioned products in there. Steve and Tina say they used to set up a Christmas village in the church hall based in Roman times. Yeah, I would like that. I would like that. But as I say, I'm looking now to Lego. Lego. Okay. What's your favourite charity for Christmas? Well, I've been talking about how I've been donating new stuff, and it just turns out that the charity shop I'm going to, because it's my favourite charity shop, not my favourite charity, but I've chosen it because it's a really nice charity shop, and the ladies in there, Val, shout out to Val, is really nice and really kind. And she doesn't say, oh, thank you for the stuff. She really is heartfelt thanking you. And that is for, it's not like just cancer, it's prevention of cancer, that kind of thing. So that's not actually a charity I would normally pick. I would always pick animals, and I'm actually going to the Cat Sanctuary charity shop tomorrow to support them. So animals and children, and they're what I would always go for. So they are, doesn't matter which type of charities, but if it's animals or children, that would be my preferred charities. And when I did the dance school, every time we did shows, I always gave the money to a children's charity, normally disabled children, because I thought, well, our children are able to perform, so let's give the money to other children that may not be able to. So always pick some sort of disabled charity, whether it be blind children or something else. What's your favourite chocolates or box of chocolates to eat at Christmas? Now, yesterday I did all the history, no, the day before yesterday, I did the history of Terry's chocolate orange. So look under letter O, Vlogmas, if you want to know about that, or you want to see that. I don't tend to get any more of these pick and mix type ones like Quality Street or any of those boxes, because you end up with all the rubbishy ones. So I don't get those. I would rather buy individual chocolates. They're cheaper as well. And we buy now, they're squares, about, I know that's a circle, but about that sort of size. And there's all different ones. There's caramel, there's marzipan, there's mint. There's one, it's got like mousse chocolate inside. There's a white chocolate one. They do nutty ones, but I don't eat nutty stuff, chocolates and that. There's probably a couple of others. So we buy loads of those. We always buy after eights, which, if you don't know, they're like dinner mints, like thin mints, squares, thin mints. And my mum used to save all they come in individual little bags, like little square sleeves, and my mum always saved those for me for my shop. Oh, that was one of my favourite presents. my mum bought me a shop, so there was wine scales, a till, lots of little things. My shop, that was something I liked a lot. Two Dove says, I like the Lindt chocolate bars, but I haven't really found a chocolate I don't like. That's John. That's John. Yes, I like the Lindt ones. They're too expensive, though. You get the white balls and the dark chocolate balls. I think they brought out a caramel one. That was really nice. Steve and Tina say, I don't think we're doing sweets and chocolate now. Oh, dear. Going to be hard. Yes. Okay, what's your favourite Christmas snack? I've talked about this the other day as well. I like the peanuts with chili coating. I've got to get some of those. Caramel popcorn I like for Christmas. I might get some dips. I don't know if you call it a snack as such, but what we're going to do for Christmas Eve is I'm going to go and buy all the Cypriot savouries, I guess. You get like little miniature squares, you get like miniature sausage rolls, all fresh from the bakery. You get little halloumi squares, all sorts, all the Cypriot foods in little pastries. Go and get that. I might get some dips. My friend Sue in Cyprus, she made me pate, because you can't get proper pate here. And I love that. I really appreciate that. Mince pies, just those kind of things. Steve and Tina say cold turkey sandwich. Yes, with mayonnaise. Cold turkey sandwich with mayonnaise. Oh, that's lovely. That's absolutely lovely. Best things to do at Christmas. Two Dove says, so many snacks to choose from. My daughter and I like to share a can of smoked oysters. Wow. We also enjoy some goat cheese, really like the jalapeno and crackers. Yes, that's something else we do on Christmas Eve, because I've got the pate. We treat ourselves to lots of different cheeses. The one I like's got, I think it's called Mexican, and it's like normal cheese, cheddar cheese, I guess, I don't know, and it's got little bits of peppers and jalapenos in and chili. Oh, Steve said we used to enjoy Branston pickle. Can't you get that? We got Branston pickle. Yes, Branston pickle on the turkey, that's nice. They also do a Branston pickle that's, they call it spicy. That's even nicer. I think it's spicy or something. It's called. It's sweeter. It's really nice. Go look for it now. That's the thing for us, because we don't buy each other presents. We treat ourselves to indulgences of like food and drink. Best things to do at Christmas. Well, me and Mike actually like just being on our own. We work pretty hard and we really just sit and don't do a lot. We'll watch a film and relax, just be together. That's it. That is Christmas for us. Some people say, oh, that's a bit sad, you don't do anything. We don't do anything. We just relax, watch a film maybe, and just relax. So I like to do a puzzle, or Mike's not really keen on playing games. I do like to play games, we'll see. But yeah, we don't really do anything. We certainly don't go out. We might go out and have something outside in the morning for breakfast. Oh, that's the next question. What's your Christmas Day breakfast? Do you have Christmas Day breakfast? I know some people don't, because they're going to be eating a lot later on. We often have like champagne and orange juice for breakfast. Mike might well have breakfast because he eats all the time. Steve says, I like watching the TV with the family around. Yeah, just chilling out, absolutely chill out. So we don't do anything. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day or the day after Christmas Day, which is Boxing Day. We have 3 days of nothing. Nothing. Yes. What's your must-have on your Christmas dinner? Stuffing. Mike does Yorkshire puddings and sausage meat. Obviously gravy. If I don't have any of those things, it's not Christmas dinner. Oh, Steve says Emily's coming home tonight. Yoo-hoo! Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely for you. It's not that long you had her there. Oh, Ethan came home last week. Oh, it's lovely. I was thinking of that when I heard that song Driving Home for Christmas, and you see it on American films, and all the families all driving back and coming back for Christmas. So it's not an experience I've ever had. Like family coming, my grandparents, one set of grandparents used to come over to my mum's and dad's on Boxing Day. Never really had that thing. Everyone all comes, a big family Christmas. Never experienced that. I would expect it's really lovely. I would think that's nice, as long as you all get on. So yes, as I said, we can't get sausage meat here, so Mike buys sausages, takes the sausage meat out and then cooks it. So we've got our sausage meat, stuffing and gravy, and Mike does the Yorkshire puddings. Yes, Mike always cooks Christmas dinner, but then he always cooks Sunday dinner as well, so it's just an extension of like a Sunday dinner, a roast dinner. Steve and Tina say there are only 4 of us here in Canada. Oh, it's 2 more than me. 2 more than me. Okay, last question is this. Ooh, let's do a clip. Hey, I'm Matt. I'm actually trees. So that's the question. Have you been naughty or nice? I haven't been 100% nice. I haven't been 100% nice. I must try harder. Steve says Tina's sister had her tourist visa refused for a visit to Canada. Oh, that's a shame. Can you appeal, or do they give a reason, or do they just decline? Because there must be a reason, mustn't there? I'm saying this is definitely John. Have you been naughty or nice? A little of both. Anyone who says 100% nice, I don't think so. I don't think so. Sometimes it's good to be a little bit naughty, isn't it? I will try to be better. So that's my Q&A. I'm just bleeding everywhere. Excuse me a minute. Oh, really bleeding everywhere. There, hold that on there. It's my arm. I've just knocked the thing off my arm. Okay. They refuse because they think she will overstay. Oh, that's because she's not at a hotel or something. Yes, could be because I did wonder if I'd have that trouble. Our volunteers, we had one that was like, they said they needed our address and to confirm that A, they weren't working, and B, that they weren't just saying they were coming somewhere. But because we don't have an address, it was very difficult. But I said, give me the information, I'll send back. I've got a stamped document that is explaining why we don't have an address, and it's authorised that I don't have an address. So I sent a copy of that to them, and they sent that, so it was all right. I think they were just being more cautious. But yes, that's the end of my Q&A. Let me know in the comments what you think will be tomorrow, the letter R. It's one thing. You can get half points if you're half right. Half points if you're half right tomorrow. If you've got the actual correct word, then you will get your double points. So tune in tomorrow, see what I'm doing for the letter R. I'm reminding you that I'm doing it until, I'll write down your guess. I'm reminding you I'm doing it till the 31st of December. You write Steve's guess down. I'm doing Vlogmas till the 31st of December, which is the real Vlogmas. Why am I dripping so much blood? I need to knock that off. I'm doing it till the 31st of December because that is real Vlogmas. If you look up YouTube and where they talk about Vlogmas, it is supposed to be until the 31st of December, not until Christmas, because they invented it because there was lots of YouTubers that would do up to Christmas and then stop, and their revenue went downhill. If you're doing YouTube to make money, put out videos between Christmas and New Year, because that's when you get the most ads revenue, if that's what you do. But I'm doing it because I want to do real Vlogmas. John's saying reindeer. Okay. Reindeer's a good one. It's already taken. Did you think I was quite good at doing Q? I came up with quite a few for Q. And thank you all for guessing. As I say, there is a prize for just commenting anyway under the lives or being live. And there will be a prize for the person who gets the most points. And that's why I say, remember, I'm doing it to the 31st of December. So don't go up to Christmas and then forget, because you might be on a roll and then not get the last few points to win. So it's close at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to finish there. Drop your comments what you think I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And also, if there's any letters you're already thinking about, you're like, what on earth are you doing for that? So until tomorrow, what day is it tomorrow? Thursday. So I don't know what time it will be. It may well be this sort of time. It might be a different time because it's not a scheduled live day. So if you think you've missed it, look under my lives and you'll see. Until then, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing my Vlogmas, and Meraki.